Major news. After days on the razor's edge, Ukraine is now a nation at war. Just hours ago, Russian forces began their attack. President Vladimir Putin warning other countries that any attempt to interfere with the Russian action will lead to, quote, consequences they have never seen.
A number of eastern cities like Dnipro, Kharkiv, which is closest to the Russian border, if you like, in the northeast corner of Ukraine, just over the border there have been Russian troops massing over the last week, and also in Odessa in the south, this crucial port city.
There it is!
The US says it's ready to sign a much-anticipated resources deal with Ukraine. There's no clarity on when it will be signed, although the Ukrainian economy minister is on her way to Washington. The deal is said to provide for a 50-50 joint economic fund between Kyiv and Washington. President Trump was asked this question by journalists at his cabinet meeting.
The mineral agreement between the US and Ukraine is officially in effect. I spoke with Zelensky the other day, and we put our signature to the paper. Done deal. The U.S. gets 3 parcels of land with mineral deposit.
Ukrainian officials say the deal is a 50-50 partnership with no debt obligations for Kyiv. The two sides also agreed to establish a U.S.
Ukrainian officials are warning Russia is gearing up for what they're describing as maximum escalation just ahead of a possible spring military offensive against Ukraine. CNN senior international correspondent Fred Pleitgen has our report from the front lines.
Russia has been giving us some trouble with the mineral agreement parcels. The Ukrainians have already fulfilled their end of the deal. They pulled out their forces from the new U.S. soil. We fulfilled our end of the deal and compensated them appropriately. Now Russia decided to use our mineral parcels as a staging ground. My friend Putin, I always thought he was a man with reason and common sense, decided not to respect our territory boundaries in Ukraine, as he states that the territory is underdeveloped and doesn't look like anything American, yet which he is correct on. We plan to make that a prosperous mineral mining site, but for that to happen, our workers need safety, which right now is being endangered by the conflict in the region. I don't believe Russia would do something like harming U.S. citizens. However, the Donetsk separatist terrorists are a different case. Although they do not work with Russia directly, they share the same cause, only difference being that these terrorists do not care about laws and agreements between countries. They are bloodthirsty people who are currently using our new U.S. territory for their needs. We will deal with them accordingly and appropriately. We've issued a direct order to the Ministry of Defense. They will be deploying our boys, our Marines, specifically the Marine Raiders, if any of you have heard of them. They will be tasked with driving the terrorists away from our land. If they refuse, eliminate them as needed. The terrorist country bumpkins will see exactly what a military is and why they should follow orders when given. Russia and Ukraine were already notified as required. That would be all.